second carb. We're not using it. We know it's too big, but we have to identify it. Choke horn's milled off, but doesn't look like anybody did it. Looks like that's the way carburetor came. Okay. Having a problem finding the identification numbers. But I will tell you one thing. Big. And it's one of the only carburetors I've ever seen that has a double 50cc accelerator pump setup. So when I even dug into my old, I have a 20-year-old parts thing and I can't find out what it is. So I'm just curious what it is. He had this on a 327. We know it's way too big for that. So it's either an 830, an 850, a 950, or 1,000. So let's find out what it is. Okay, so this is what we got. We got this carburetor from the guy and the two bowls that go to Junior's 750 zinc plated one. Okay, can't find the numbers on this one. Usually they're on the horn. This horn is milled off, but it does not look like it was milled off after the fact. Okay, I was told that the numbers were stamped on the side here when they'd have no horn. Can't find that either. Ran over to Allstate Carburetor, forgetting it's Sunday, so he's closed. Tomorrow we're not going to be around. I'm going to be out of state, so I'll probably identify this thing next week. Going by the throttle blades on this thing. Okay, the number on the blades. That lands it between an 850 and 1,000 CFM carb. Okay, now when I spoke to the guy, he didn't know what size this thing was. We were all hoping it was a 650. So I could have something smaller to play with. Okay, one of the giveaways that it's pretty large is it's running a pair of 50cc. I got out of adjustment there. 50cc accelerator pumps, primary and secondary. So they don't do that on the small boys. Other than that, there's nothing else I could see with it. It's actually pretty clean. It just looks like has just a little bit of age to it. It's complete. The Venturis are like straight down. There's like no shape to them. So when I look this thing up, okay, I'm having a hard time finding the ones with the air horn gone. I'm coming up with a 950. 950 is the only model that they made that had a 50cc front and rear. Okay, and 50cc's are the only ones that have this style instead of what I have, where it's an open spring. I think it's to keep the coil spring that they use inside from binding to the side. Allows them to use a longer one that keeps it from squirming out to the side. So, needless to say, whatever size it is, 850, 950, or 830, 850, 950, or 1,000. It's not an 800. The plates are too big and it has a 4-corner idle. They never did that on an 800. Whatever it is, it's too big for me. And it was too big for his 327. That's what this was on. So he pulled it off. He says it wasn't working right. That could be a problem. Too much you gotta move the gas before the accelerator just starts to trigger. And don't worry. Secondaries are worse. So I looked inside, it's spotless. One of the bowls is adjusted all the way down. So there's two major problems with the carburetor that are just adjustment related. So I got this carburetor and the two float bowls from my old carburetor for $50. So I couldn't get just the bowls from them. Yeah, so basically I couldn't get just the bowls out of the guy. The guy's got a, I'm not sure what year it was. I brought the camera to take pictures and I never did. He's building an S10 truck. It's pretty much built at this point. It's got a big valved, aluminum headed 327 in it. Not sure what tranny was in it, I never looked. He's got a 8.8 Explorer rear in there, cowl tracks, bunch of stuff on this thing. And well, let me put it this way, it was built, he's just redoing things on it. How's that sound? Because this was the original carburetor on there. Like I said, I'm going to shelf this thing. I don't have any need for it right now, but it was a no-brainer. The guy was looking for some cash. I know he's looking for some cash, unloading some stuff to keep, putting money into his projects. So he would have given me just the bowls, but he was pushing for me to buy the carburetor. And I was like, you know what? I couldn't go wrong for the bowls, this carburetor. And he gave me 3/4 of a Holley trick kit. One or two things were missing out of it. So, for the $50. So, with that said, I'm going to identify this thing a week from now. So far, all I've come up with is, without numbers, is I've come up with a 950 alcohol carburetor. Was the only one they ran with the 250cc accelerators. So I'm hoping that's wrong. It would explain why he had problems with the way the truck ran. But I could also tell that by looking at the jetting, which I'm not going to right now. I already had the pulse off. I put it back on. So with that, we'll throw this one to the side. Junior just came out here. I gave him the polish. He's going to start polishing up the carburetors, which pretty much look identical to that. Just the insides are bigger. And that's it. So, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Just stopped raining here, so no action. I was going to pull the car out today, but I'm not going to pull it out in the rain. And that's it.